Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Seth. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing / rating the movie Ready or Not, Here I Come. Now the movie is directed by Matt Benelli-Opland and Tyler Gillette. In the cast stars Samara Weaving as Grace, Katherine Newton as Faith, Elijah Wood as the lawyer, Sarah Michelle Gellar as Ursula, and Sean Matzi as Titus. Nowadays, a sequel to the first Ready or Not that came out in 2019, and I remember when I watched that movie, it was very comedic, bloody, and just a different version on a horror movie that I liked. And I liked it so much even too that I bought the DVD. Because it was just such a rewatchable movie. I loved Samara Weaving and it was my first introduction to her, and it was just a movie that I would want in my collection. Now, this is a continuation of the first movie, and it does a lot of the similar things in this movie that it does in the first movie, like a lot of the comedy in it, the kills, the blood, and they just bump it up to 11 in this movie. Now, the synopsis of this movie is, after the events of the first movie, more wealthy families come and play the game hide and seek and hunt down Grace and Faith to try to get a spot on the high seat. Now, as I say, there are very similar things that they do in the first movie, and we'll get into that later, but there are some different things that they do in this movie. Like, Grace has a sister named Faith, and we get to learn about her and her backstory. And we get to learn too about Grace and her backstory, and why she did the things she did in the first movie. Also too, we get to learn about Grace and Faith's dynamic, and how they will try to learn to coexist and try to survive while they're getting hunted down in this movie. Now, Samara Weaving does go full Scream Queen in this movie, and she does all the things that I love to see done and gives you it in this movie. Like, she gives you that famous iconic scream that got her famous and became her Scream Queen. Also too, she gives you a lot of comedy and a lot of just kills that you would love to see in this movie. Now, in my opinion, there are 3 Scream Queens in this time and age, modern basically, that I will always be intrigued or seated if they do a horror movie. The first one being Mia Goth, the second one being Samara Weaving, the third one being Maika Monroe. Now, 3 of those ladies I will always be interested or seated to watch a horror movie, and as I said, Samara Weaving definitely does deliver in this movie as being a Scream Queen. Also too, Elijah Wood, in my opinion, does such a good job acting in this movie. He is the lawyer, and he has to be serious in some moments, but also too, in some things he does, he can be very comedic in how he does it. Also, overall, he's just a stealer of the show. Whenever he was on, I was enjoying his presence. Now, I remember when they were going to do this another movie, and I heard that they were going to make it. I was very excited, and then when the trailer came out too, I was like, oh, okay, so they're kind of doing a lot of similar things from the first movie, but still very excited and wanting to see the movie. Now that I've seen the movie and I've had my thoughts and opinions on it, I will admit it definitely does feel like a sequel. Like, same plot line, just wanting to bump up the production, like, let's get more blood in it, let's get bigger kills in it, let's get more comedy in it, and you know, all that stuff. As I say, bump it up to 11, but it still just, from my opinion, the flow of it felt very unnatural. Like, the progression to the movie felt very predictable, like, I felt like I knew where we were kind of going and stuff like that, and the chemistry that some of these actors have too just felt very forced or just unnatural in a sense. Now, that's just my opinion and stuff, but yeah, after watching this movie, it kind of just felt very predictable and just a little disappointed in my opinion. So yeah, my rating for this movie would be a 3 out of 5. You know, it's nice to always see a Ready or Not 2 movie, you know. Ready or Not, Here I Come is what they call it in this one, but it just felt very sequel-like and predictable, so yeah. That's my movie, that's my review and rating on it. Thank you for watching as always. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and goodbye!